So I walked a little bit west, and you can see the entire bridge right here. It's not very long, that's why I wanted to walk across, but I just can't get up on the walkway. It's still under construction. And that's the Pasig River. It does not look like a clean river at all. That looks polluted to me. Small river, but it cuts right through the heart of Manila. And they have to build these bridges to get across. And that's the newest one. But you can see the industry right along the river, and that's why it's so polluted. Looks like there's a ferry coming down the river here. Just looks like there's all kinds of junk floating in the river, and it's all green. And here comes that ferry. That's Pasig right here. Well, it looks like I walked all the way into Makati. So I kind of got lost, but you take this road along the Pasig River, and before you know it, you're in Makati. So I guess this is the northern part of Makati, right on the river. Let's keep going. How you doing? You guys all right? These kids are playing in a drainage pipe right on the river. These kids are inside the drainage pipe. I guess this is the next bridge over the Pasig River. But this one is much, much busier. Look at this. Traffic is stalled over the bridge. And I believe this is EDSA, which is one of the most crowded roads in the entire country. So I've walked all the way to the next bridge in Makati, and I believe this is EDSA. And that's the Guadalupe Bridge, which is completely jammed. So this part of Makati is so much more populated than BGC. I mean, BGC is that little bubble, and once you leave that bubble, you've got a lot going on. Hey, how you doing? Very friendly. Very friendly. This is Makati. A lot of things for sale, a lot of people. You see the overhead electrical wires that you don't see in BGC. All the jeepneys and trikes. This is the real Philippines right here. It's nice when you're in the shade. Feel a cool breeze. But they walk right in the street here. There's no sidewalks because they're all taken up by the vendors. So people walk right in the middle of the street, and the cars just have to avoid them. Here comes some cars right now. Okay, I'll move over. Man, you're on your own here. Here comes a little scooter. I believe this is P. Burgos Street, which is a pretty famous street in Makati. I've never been on this part of it though. But this eventually will lead down into the center, a business district where all the big skyscrapers are in Makati. And the trikes. You don't see these in BGC, these little trikes. Cheap way to get around, the trikes and the jeepneys. Much cheaper than using a taxi or Grab. There you go. This is a quiet little side street here in Makati. I have no idea where I'm going, but I'm going downhill. Hardly any traffic here. Boy, those trikes are noisy. But there's, I believe that's the Makati skyline there. So we're heading towards the downtown area. I believe this area is called Guadalupe, this section of Makati. There's a little quiet street here. Well, I'm definitely lost because I walked through that neighborhood and now I'm back to EDSA. So I think I'm just going to walk down EDSA until I get to the mall area and take a BGC bus back to BGC. So this is the direction towards the malls and the center of Makati. Just walking along EDSA. Just a really busy road. I think it's the busiest road in the entire country, EDSA. It goes around Metro Manila through various cities, and this is the Makati portion of it. There's a Honda motorcycle dealer right along EDSA. I'm gonna go in here and see if they rent these little scooters. I doubt it, but it's worth a try, right? Yeah, just as I suspected, they only sell here. They don't lease or rent out bikes, but I used to have a PCX 150, which is right over here. It was the same color, it was white, and I traded it in for my BMW, which is 4 times the size in terms of engine. But this is a PCX here in the Philippines. Looks the same, and the cash price is 121,000 pesos, so that's about $2,400, somewhere around there, 2,400, which is less expensive than the United States. I paid $3,200 in the US for my Honda PCX, so here it's about $800 less, but it's pretty much the same. I mean, that's pretty much the bike I had in Florida before the BMW 650. This one here, brand new, and this one's only about 1,400 USD. Brand new Honda Beat. I think it's a 125 cc, so it's a slightly smaller engine, but still $1,400 for a brand new Honda scooter. Not bad. Well, that's a welcome sight. Bonifacio Global City this way. So I guess I don't have to go into the central portion of Makati. I'll just walk back along this street here. The question is, how far away is BGC. But this is the way. Looks like I'm on the right track here. This is, if I go to the right, it heads towards Bonifacio Global City. I just hope there's a walkway here and it's not just an on-ramp. If it's an on-ramp, I'm gonna have to walk along a highway. So it looks like there's a sidewalk here, which is good. So if I stay on this sidewalk, I should be safe. How are you? So really, this entire day has really surprised me because I've never walked from BGC to Makati. And now I'm going back to BGC. Looks like they're welcoming you to BGC. So this is a nice little walkway here connecting Makati with BGC, which I never knew was here. So it looks like we're right at the edge of BGC now. And I believe this will become 32nd Street. So you kind of it dropped you off right in the middle of the city, which is nice. So the bottom line is Makati is not that far away from BGC. It is possible to walk. It's just that by the time you get there, you're a sweaty mess and dead tired. They're storing the Christmas ornaments underneath this overpass. Remember, Christmas here begins September 1st. So we're only a couple of months away from putting these out on the highway. Looks like they're reindeer and Christmas lights that they put on the side of the roads here in BGC. And this is 32nd Street, like I said before. There's St. Luke's Hospital, and there is the tallest building in the Philippines right there. That is the Grand Hyatt Manila, which I took a look at. This is interesting, walking from Makati to BGC along 32nd Street.